Welcome to Tyrompers No Limit Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have the most special treat for you today. This is Tyrompers No Limit Podcast, episode number 105. This is a man, an absolute legend, a guy I look up to, a guy who absolutely embodies my favorite quote of all time, which is one of waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Go be one. This is a leader, a
Mhm.
teacher, a guide, one of the best men on planet Earth. He's impacting the world. My man, King Randall the First. Welcome to the pod, brother. How you doing today?
Man, Tyler, I appreciate you. I'm too equipped to be whipped. That's one of my favorite sayings. So definitely doing good, man. I'm glad to be here. Appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you, man, and everything you do. For anybody who might follow me and not be familiar with your story, I came across you actually because you were on Zuby's podcast a while back, and I started
Sure.
watching you from afar, and I'm like, man, I love everything this guy's about. You got so many great sayings too that I like, but man, just the guy who you are. Maybe give us a little bit about your background, what you do, and just share that with the viewers if you don't mind.
Sure. Yes, my name is King Randall. I'm the founder of the Eggs for Boys program and also the We Are the Traffic movement in the city of Albany. Basically, these two movements started one back in 2019 and one this year. In 2019, I started an organization called the Eggs for Boys, simply to teach boys the meaning of manhood. I saw things in my hometown that I did not see happening, and I wanted to make sure that I did those things. So teaching boys a simple automotive repair, general contracting, working on houses, working on cars, all oil changes, painting houses, whatever. That's what we were doing. And so we taught them how to grow their own food. We taught them how to read. It's a lot of things that we decided to do. And we became the only standing rehabilitative program for juvenile offenders here in Southwest Georgia. So that's a huge thing for me. And of course, the We Are the Traffic movement just started this year. And this movement basically is because my hometown is in a health crisis. We have so many people dying every single day, just health related issues. And we live in a food desert. Well, many areas in town are food deserts, and they don't have any grocery stores, and et cetera. And they only have like fast food, like KFC, Popeyes, whatever. And it's only on those sides of town where people are poor. And so what I wanted to do was do for self. I wasn't going to ask the government to assist us. We decided to do something where people could be a part of it. And I started this movement for people to run early in the morning time. We run at 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 days a week.
Well,
And to see people right now, since we started back in July, people losing weight, people that are blood pressures going down, they are becoming better mentally. These things are very important. And not only that, I would love to add that our city is only 69,000 people, and we are a 77% African American town, which is very rare for cities in the US. And what we've noticed, because on social media, negativity is spread so fast, you would think there's some type of race war going on in our hometown. And it's just because of what's being shared all over the country. But what this run has showed people is we have white, black, Hispanic, and everybody out there pushing each other, loving each other, motivating each other. And it's such a beautiful experience that we've been having at the run. These people are now noticing that what we're seeing in Albany is not what we see on social media. A lot of these conversations and things that are happening on social media are not happening in person. And so one of the beautiful things that I love to see is we did a survey with many of the runners and asking them, have they interacted with people from different backgrounds and races at the run? And 90% of the people said yes. 60% of those people said because they've been coming to those runs that they see other races and people of different backgrounds in a different light. And that means a lot because, again, we're seeing on social media how everything's so terrible and this and that or whatever. And to see where the run started from me by myself to people coming to Acts to join, we had 16 people our second run. We had 60 people our third run. Our fourth run, we had 200 people. The fifth run, we had 400 people. And the sixth run, we had 600 people.
that is amazing.
And man, and to see the beautiful changes that people are, trying to make because of this run, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I would love to share one of the photos from the run because it goes to show people truly do believe in each other and people truly believe in becoming better and being great people. And so this is just one of our favorite photos
This
from
is
the run.
epic, man. This is so epic.
Yes.
Look at this.
And
I'm
and
getting
we
chills just seeing it. Makes me want to get down and do some push-ups with you guys, man.
Man, and listen, to
Awesome.
see the We Are the Traffic movement, we were running in the middle of the street at 5 o'clock in the morning because there's no traffic at all. Nobody's on the street but us. And so the police come in and watch us every morning. And people who do go to work that early, we've had people riding by like, what's going on? And now they're wanting to join. We've had people join because they've seen us, just riding down the road. And this one young lady, her name is Liliana. She has autism, and she understands that, and she's coming to the run. And she's like, I hadn't had any friends, like any real friends. And she's been coming every week. And, she'll let people know. She's like, I know I move weird. I know I say weird things, or I may move my head or hands a little funny because of, me being on the spectrum. But the love that I've received and the friendships that I've created and people's numbers that I've gotten, I don't feel alone anymore. That means a lot to see, because we wrap our arms around everybody that comes there. We've celebrated birthdays there. We've given away things there. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And so to see the We Are the Traffic movement and what it's done for our hometown, I'm glad it's spread all over our state. We've had about 14 cities join us in the run because we started ours. And that's a beautiful thing. So those are the two things that I'm doing right now in my hometown, as well as I'm on a couple of different boards for our city government. So that's kind of what I do and who I
Oh,
am right now.
I mean, you're doing a lot, man. You're a busy guy, man. And I just gotta say, there's so many ways I could go with this. Number one, as I always say, like fitness is like a gateway drug to self-improvement. And just by getting people out there and
Hmm.
moving and in community and hugging each other and like getting offline, man. And I'll get to that later, but like I do think that that opens people up to like there's more than just sitting on my couch and maybe going to a job
Right.
like and sitting in traffic and sitting in Netflix and eating bad food and
Hmm.
things like that. So the way that you're opening eyes to that, man, how did you have the idea of this? Can you tell me a little bit about your background? How did you just one day
Sure.
decide like I'm gonna change the whole world, man? I'm just gonna go at it 100 miles an hour.
You know what, man? I just think some people are touched. And that's just is what it is. I believe some people are made to be NPCs, like on video games, and then some people are touched to try and fix that. Every time you're playing video games such as Grand Theft Auto, if you try to get those NPCs out of their condition, they want to fight you, they want to shoot you. Like, no, I don't want to do anything different. I am programmed to be this way. And if you go against that, they train the NPCs, the game developers, to fight you back or to run away or to get away from you. But it takes you as the main character in the game to try and get people or get them to see, no, you're actually free. You could actually do things. I could go run around and do crazy things. So whenever you're coming up with these different ideas or ideas to change the world or whatever, people are going to kick and scream. People are going to hate it. People are going to talk about you. People are going to think you're stupid. Every idea was stupid. AirPods was a stupid idea at one point. Cell phones, computers, these are all stupid
Airplanes,
ideas.
name it.
Yeah, airplanes was people thought they were nuts. People thought the
Right.
car was crazy. They were like,
That's
if you
right.
go so fast, your heart's gonna explode.
Yep.
Like people really thought that. But you just had to do it anyway. We can't think about what Gen Pop thinks. Gen Pop is there to be Gen Pop, but some people are there to shake things. And if you realize, I was sitting at lunch with somebody the other day, and he gave me a beautiful quote. An older guy, and he said, if you realize in a washing machine, you put the clothes in the washing machine, you take them out, and they're clean. And he was like, but what is the thing that makes the clothes clean? An agitator. An agitator is in the middle to shake things up and to make you clean. And the clothes may not want to be clean, but the agitator is there to clean the clothes. And when you take them out, they're clean. And so they didn't understand at the moment that that's what the agitator was there for. And sometimes we use the word agitation like in a negative connotation. And truly, it's just something that's opposite from the norm. And that's what we do. That's what some people who have different ideas or geniuses or whatever, they always are thought to be crazy. Like people will try to tell you that Elon Musk is crazy or Kanye West is crazy or any billionaire, they're crazy. How are they crazy and they are working? They're making something work better than you're able to make it. So maybe they aren't crazy. Maybe we're the crazy ones, because everybody's doing it. So I try my best to think completely opposite of what everybody else thinks. And I try and utilize the voice that I have in my hometown to make a difference. One thing I tell people all the time is anybody who's selling you some major national movement, I think they're full of it, because there's not one person who could truly change the entire nation. It takes everybody in their different areas fixing what it is that they see. So when people, oh, I don't have a national movement, so I can't make a change. No, there's a kid next door to you that can't read. You should try and help him. You don't have to have a massive building or these crazy nonprofits or commercials or whatever. It just truly takes somebody who just jumps and begins. Some of us get so caught up not beginning. We want everything to be perfect to start. If we want to start a podcast, no, we got to have all the mics, all the lights, all of this, all of that. No, just start
Amen.
anywhere. Just begin, and then the rest will happen. Just jump and build your wings on the way down. And sometimes I ask Christians, like, do you actually have the faith that you say you believe in? Because we'll just sit around and not do anything, but not realize that we were created by the same person that created Jesus. So I'm like, how do we not feel like that we aren't capable of greater things? And that's what I believe in. There's not anything I don't believe I can't do, and I truly believe in my hometown. My goal is to fix my hometown. I don't have this major national thing. I'm all about the city of Albany. When people ask about spreading around, I would gladly share with people how to start, what it is that I did, but I don't have any aspirations of trying to open other branches or anything. No, I believe in the city of Albany, Georgia. And I believe if everybody took time to focus on what it is that they were trying to do in their own areas, things would change. If 1,000 people decided to try and do something in every city, things would change. But we are sold the idea that we have to wait on a politician or some elected official to make everything fantastic. Then we don't do anything, or we got to point the fingers at the left and to point the fingers at the right and this and that. No, you aren't doing anything. It's not the leftists. It's you, the do nothinger. You're a do nothinger. That's a new word. You don't do anything. So it's not the left. It's not the right. It's not the Republicans or the Democrats. It's you who aren't doing anything. You should try and do something in your own area, and then you see the change as you want to see.
Bro, we gotta get you as a motivational speaker. I'm literally just sitting here like, how do I even sit still right now? You got me so fired up. And you remind me of something. My wife and I, we watched this awesome movie a few years back, man, several years ago, and it was this preacher and his wife. And they said,
Hmm.
how do we change the world? And they're like, let's take one kid out of foster care and adopt him and give him a great home. And then they started going, then they started
Sure.
going, then they started encouraging their congregation. Before they knew it, there was no foster kids left in this entire community. I forget the name of the movie. I'm blanking on it. I'll have my editor put it up in the top. But anyway, then
Okay.
that inspired me and my wife to say, God's blessed us a lot. How can we affect change where we're at too? And like you, it wasn't like we're going to vote anybody in or do anything. Okay, let's us do it. And so we did, man. We
Right.
signed up for foster care. We took in 7 children. We adopted 2 kids, took them out of the system, give them great home, all that. We try and provide resources for the other kids, things like that. So it's wherever you are, wherever you're called, man. Think if a million people did this in the United States, we have a totally different
Absolutely.
world and a totally different country. And I think that's why I'm so drawn to you, man, because you fire me up so much by saying these things. Let me ask you this, because you had mentioned you got a little hate. And I'll be honest, man,
Hmm.
this was the one thing I never saw coming when my wife and I said we're going to do foster care. Like, we had kids that,
Yeah.
that didn't look like me, that we had white kids, brown kids, black kids, all the kids,
Hmm.
Asian kids, like all of them. We just didn't care. Like, people are people. It doesn't really matter to me.
Right. Right.
The amount of hate I've gotten online, both by incredibly racist people, just saying the most ill things ever. And I'm like, bro, have you never met a nice black dude? Like, just if you hung out with
Right.
you or Zuby or Rob or a million one of my friends, right? You couldn't be
Right.
racist. Like, you're literally just kind of, I feel sorry for you in a way, right? But then also the
Hmm.
other side who's saying, this is wrong too. And I see that when I look at your page, and it perplexes me to no end, man. Did that surprise you, or tell me a little bit about the hate you get, man?
Yeah, I'll be honest. The first times I ever received any hate for any of the things that I was doing, I was genuinely surprised. I'm like, what? Like I didn't know people didn't like it. Like I thought I'm like, oh, I'm helping kids. This is great. Everybody would agree with this.
Right.
And lo and behold, here are some people that can't stand it. I'm like, what is your problem? Like I don't get it. But yeah, we've received our fair share of hate, and nowadays it doesn't bother me. Obviously, when you get to that point, you're just used to it. So people say things, and I just keep moving. I don't understand it sometimes. Some people think because I'm not teaching slave stuff and not teaching the white people made everything bad for us type deal. And sure, slavery happened. There were things that have happened. Racism does exist. Absolutely. But are we allowing that to dictate everything that we do? Are we allowing that to dictate our attitudes? Are we allowing that to dictate who we are? And that means a lot to me. I'm not allowing that to dictate who I am and what I do every day. There's nobody white that's stopping me from doing anything every single day for my community. And if they are, then I would say something gladly. But the only people that we've had issue with complaining or trying to hurt us or tear us down is other people that look like me. I'm like, how exactly have you made it out that white people are our biggest issue, yet you're the only ones tearing us down? And I don't understand that. But that's where we are. I don't have time to be teaching all that stuff to our kids. We've dealt with some of those issues before, like I said, in regard to racism. But right now, we're holding ourselves back. That's what I believe in.
Man, well, I believe in you, brother. And if you say you don't want a national movement, I'm like, how do we get you to be president and just preach this message? Everybody go do your part. Like, think of the country, man. That would be amazing. And yeah,
Hey, just utilizing social media, I can do that, and sharing these messages that people can see and get inspired elsewhere. We've had so many people for example, the We Are the Traffic movement has spread to like 14 cities, utilizing social media, so I'm able to utilize it in a great manner to share positive things and share with other people. Hey, this is what you can do in your community. And we have inspired, people to start other boys organizations all over the country, ever since we began back in 2019. So, as long as we keep amplifying the message, I'd never have to be in an elected position to make these things happen. We just got to inspire people to believe that the politicians aren't the people we need to be looking out for. It's the people, that's the person that's in the mirror.
amen, brother. Amen, man. Well, you teach a lot of just discipline, kind of ownership, kind of no one can hold you back. There's no limiting beliefs with you. I see that. And I see you empowering a lot of your kids to that. Can you tell me
Mhm.
about a couple success stories, maybe? Or just some any kids that have made a real impact on you, where you're like, man, they started
Yeah.
here, now they're here.
Yeah. So, one of my students who is currently in the Marine Corps, he just graduated Marine Corps boot camp. He was one of my a little bit of troubled kids. Well, he always wanted to listen. I would, give him incentives to do good at school, get him his pair of shoes he wanted or whatever like that, just incentives to do good. But he ended up having a kid and he was working at some fast food restaurant and he was like, man, like life's happening. I said, son, go ahead and go to the Marine Corps, like I told you to. And he went to the Marine Corps, and I mean, he's doing beautifully now. He's doing great with his family. He's doing fantastic. He's made a complete 180. His friends that he used to hang with, one has a aggravated assault charge, one has a child molestation charge, and I'm like, I told you, the people around you have to get away from them to in order to be able to grow. And that's where he is right now. One of my other students, he's in high school right now. He just got to high school. His name's Bryson Pitts. He was one of my students that I consider blessed in because he had a older brother in the program, so he was able to join even though he was too young. And because he started so early with us, he embodies everything that the X for Voice program is all about. He embodies it. He walks it. He talks it. He is it. He's the mural on the side of our school. We have a mural there, and he's it. Because he is the shining example of what the X for Boys program can do for a child, if fully implemented the right way. And so, with that being said, we actually dropped the ages in our program down to ages 6 through 9 because I realized the biggest success stories that we have in the program were those kids who were blessed in by their big brothers who were able to come into the program as a child. And I realized that the earlier we get them, they're like sponges. And so we start teaching them that stuff 6, 7, 8 years old, and they are never going to stray away from it because we're truly building their character. And this is where we're giving them a space every day where it's cool to do the right thing. You get rewarded for doing the right thing. Nobody's, chastising you or saying you're white for being smart or whatever like that. You are actually rewarded for those things because sometimes we'll make the mistake and say, well, you shouldn't be rewarded for doing good things. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm like, well, how about in real life? Do you not realize if I go to work and do the right thing, I get paid? Don't you realize if I go do push-ups, my muscles are going to get bigger. So when I do good things, you get good consequences. So if you never give a child a reward or good consequences for doing the right thing or making good grades, they're going to say, well, Jimmy gets a lollipop every Friday. He gets a lollipop because he wasn't bad. So how come I don't get a lollipop if I did good? So they start to internalize, well, maybe if I do bad, that's what they like. That's what they give all their attention to. So now we are trying to create an environment where it's cool to do the right thing. We reward them for doing the right thing. We try to make sure everything is all about them doing the right thing. And as they do that, they get good consequences. They don't do that, they get bad consequences. And we're truly just teaching them how life works. But those are two of our success stories that I love to talk about. And why we dropped our age groups down to ages 6 through 9.
Yeah, I saw that, man, and I love that. You probably have to unlearn a lot more. If you got kids coming in that are already in high school, they got to unlearn some of these
Yes.
things that they've learned. But when you
Yes.
get them when they're that age, man, you can teach them anything, right? And then they
Right.
get great role models like you and other guys in the program. That's amazing. Tell the
Mhm.
people about some of the things you guys do, man. You mentioned it briefly, but I see you doing auto repair, gardening, like all kinds of these crazy. What's some of the other stuff that you run the kids through?
Sure, I'll do you one better. I will go to our website for you, which is the xforboys.org. I'll go to that website for you and we'll share the screen here
Awesome. And
and
guys,
I'll show you directly
as
what
King
we
Randall's
do.
pulling this up, I'm just going to say underneath the podcast today, man, we're going to have his site, we're going to have his Twitter, we're going to have all his socials where you guys can donate to. I'm proud to say I just donated this week, man. It'll be one of my monthly donations. I would just encourage everyone, man. This is how we're changing the world. Again, we're not looking for politicians or any of these fictional people. We're taking ownership. We're going. So I love
Yep.
this. Here we go, bro.
Yep. So this is our website. We've done exterior painting.
So awesome.
So we painted houses. These are before and after photos of
That's
houses
so
we
good.
painted. We do firearms training. Obviously, I was a Marine.
Awesome.
So we do firearms training with the kids.
Man,
Just
thank you for
teaching
your
them
service.
about firearms. Yeah. Plasma cuttings is kind of like similar to welding, but you're cutting metal instead. These are some of the little things that they were able to make
That's so cool,
with the plasma cutters.
man.
We've done simple home improvement, changing toilets, ceiling fans, painting doorknobs, or what have you. We've done fencing. So them putting up fences. We absolutely love just letting them participate with any of our local businesses that are willing to teach them. Automotive repair. So we've changed brakes, oil, alternators, thermostats, whatever. We've changed it. And so those are some of the things we work on here in town. But those are some of the things that we've done in Albany. I mean, I could go on and on about different things we've done. We've done welding. We just ordered some chickens. We're waiting for them to hatch. So we got chickens about to hatch. I think they hatch next week, but they get shipped to us on the 14th. We just built a chicken coop. One of our empty rooms, we're about to change into a hydroponics room where we'll be growing food with the hydroponics systems, and we're going to get about four systems in there. We're going to grow this food for our kids, and we're going to, give it to their parents along with eggs from our chickens whenever they get old enough to lay, which is probably be in about February or so. So we're going to start making sure that the kids have eggs to send home. We'll send the kids home with eggs and whatever. We also have where we do, if you've seen our wish list before, people already order that stuff, but we have underwear, socks, laundry detergent, dish detergent, um, anything. We send it home with them in care packages, deodorant, body wash, toothpaste, toothbrush. Even if they don't say they need it, we send it home with them anyway. Because sometimes people are too ashamed to talk about what it is that they need or they're missing. So we can send the parents home once a month with laundry detergent. That's a cost they don't have to have. We also feed them every single day, 5 days a week after school. Because some kids they only eat at school, and so that's one less thing that their parents have to worry about. We're feeding those kids every single week, and we make sure of that, and we pick them up from school with our vans that we have. We just got renovations done. So one reason people love to give to our organization is because I always show what it is that we're doing.
I see
People
it.
are attracted because I'm like, no, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then when you give to this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now. Like people love to see the growth. And people who followed us since like 2020, they have literally watched us grow all the way there to the point where they feel a part of it. They feel a part of the program because I've shared so much of what we've been doing with the Expo Boys program. But those are some of the things that we do in the program, and I absolutely love what it is that we do. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm inspired by it all the time to the point now where we have a full-time staff have a full-time staff now, and the program is able to operate like they're currently operating right now, and I don't have to be there. That means a lot to me.
Man, that's dude, King Randall making future kings. That's what I see, man. As you just raising these
Yeah.
young men up to go out. Then is it only boys or do you take young girls too?
No, it's only boys for right now. I hadn't found a partner to help me start the girls' version of what
Nice.
we're doing. I would love to eventually because these young men that we're raising, they're going to have young ladies to marry one day. And I
Yeah.
would hate for them to be raised as these great young men and they don't have anybody to go marry. So we're not saying we're going to arrange any marriages or anything. I'm just saying we're just going to have them in the same area,
Yep.
maybe doing the same things. And possibly they may end up marrying each other. Who knows?
That's right.
So that's what we eventually plan to do, hopefully soon.
Man, well, brother, this is on my bucket list to get out to Savannah, Georgia at some point. I want to do a run with you guys. I want to give high fives and hugs to
We're in
everybody.
Albany. We're in Albany,
Sorry, oh,
Georgia.
sorry. My bad, man.
Savannah's about close to 4 hours away from me.
Okay, gotcha. Out in Albany, man. My bad. And so I got to
You
get out there
good?
at some point and do one of these with you. But guys, I said it before,
Sure.
I'll say it again. We're going to link everything King Randall does below this podcast. Well, check it out, man. Give him a follow on Twitter, see what he's up to. Look at the website. Give a donation if you can, man. This stuff goes a long way. I love the grassroots stuff. My wife runs a very small nonprofit too, and same thing.
Okay.
You give a couple $100, she can show you. We fed this family for a quarter. Here's exactly where
Yes.
it goes. It ain't like giving that.
And we have the testimonials. We will let the kids
Right.
talk to you, the parents talk to you. We don't care. We have the data for you. Whatever you like, the 990 filings, you name it, we got it for you with the Extra Voice program.
I love that, brother. Well, let's let you get back to your kids there and do the most important thing. I really appreciate you taking some time out, man. I'm just gonna say I look up to you a lot. I admire you a lot. I think what you preach is exactly what every human being on earth needs. Pull yourself
Yes,
up.
sir.
You can do it. You got God inside you. There's no limits. Go do some
Hmm.
great things in your area. And man, if we all embody that, like I got a
Right.
dream, baby, that if we all embody
Yep.
you, King Randall the First. Oh my gosh, man, what would the world look like? And so that's my message for everybody out there today. Why don't you leave the people with the last word, man?
Sure. We have a hometown rapper. His name is Cantrell. Um, he has a lyric that he always says. I usually end it every podcast. This is the first podcast I've done in a very long time because I hadn't done any in a while. But he says obstacles are optical illusions. They're not really there. Jump high anyway. Jump high just in case.
Whew, man, that's straight fire. You gotta send me that song on Twitter too, man.
Sure, I got you. I'll send it to you
Good,
most
man. That sounds real
definitely.
good. I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you so much for hopping on, making me better, making everybody around you better, your community, the whole world better, man. We need more people like you. So thank you
I
guys so
appreciate
much.
you.
Anybody out there listening, I hope you're as inspired as I am. Again, check out everything King Randall the First does below the pod. We're going to link all the ways you can give, all the ways you can help, all the ways you can join and be a part of his movement. So I hope we inspire a lot of people here today. Go be kind to yourself. Go be kind to others. Let's make the world better. Go have the best day of your life. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.